Welcome back to episode 21.
Hey, we're legal.
Hey, I'm back in the country. Thought you
Casey's
missed
back.
me?
You
I'm
know you
back.
did.
Yes, guys, I did leave the country for a break from this hellhole. I said I need to ship on out of here for a couple business days. Gotta go. And I didn't tell you guys before because I'm probably on lists. And if I just announced that I was leaving the country, I don't know if that would bode well for me at the international airport.
Yeah, they would
Let
have
me tell
had the
you,
wanted poster.
we'll do a little yap before we get into it as to my experience flying international after putting my entire face on the interwebs.
And
Let
on
me tell
Fox.
you, I flew from Orlando Airport to Fort Lauderdale before getting on my flight to Punta Cana. And might I say, I might have had 3 or 4 mimosas at the airport before boarding my flight to Punta Cana. So I was thoroughly tipsied out while going through the boarding process and walked up, and there was about 3 DHS agents just standing there scanning faces. And I said, "Here we go." I said, "Hubby, you go first. Go on ahead. Let's see if I end up behind you." So he walked right through, and he's standing in the little thing waiting for me. And I was like, I only know what's going through his head right now, where it's like, I'm waiting for them to be like, "Ma'am, come with me.
That's
Come with
her.
me." That's her. But it scanned, and they were like, "Get on the plane."
Before we change our mind.
So I did make it on said plane. It was very funny. And on the way home, I was like, here we go. Landed in Orlando, walked my little happy ass up to the customs. They just took my passport, scanned it, and said, have a good day.
Go
Didn't
on
even look
now.
in my bag, didn't ask if I was claiming anything. They just said, sure.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, I was like I just said, I was like, what if they got her?
Because I told Devin I would text him when I got home, but I didn't tell him when my plane landed.
Yeah.
So he was just sitting around all day being like,
I'm like, wait, what if they really
what if they
did
got
get
her?
it? Would her husband text me first before her parents?
I think I think my husband would have to decide between, yes, do I call our family? Do I call Devin? Or do I make a TikTok video and post it on the Blue-Lusional TikTok page and just be like, hello, I am Casey's husband. They got her good.
DEFCON 1
Bat
mobilize.
signal. Bat signal's out.
Get
She's been
out there.
taken.
Hit the
Um,
Discord. Shoot a flare.
yeah, get in the Discord. He's just in the People's Sick Day Discord.
At
Just
everyone. At 20,000 people. They got her.
got her. I do know if that happened. Yep, that I would tell Jackson to make the video. Just make the video,
Do
okay?
it.
Do the video first, and then get
They'll
it out
know.
there. All of the influencers can use me for clout in that moment and make their videos about me. Um, but it was very funny, and the funny part was that I told Devin, like, even if they did get me good, it's not like they could have taken me to Alligator Alcatraz.
Because you have to see some operations.
So that's a win. Couldn't take me there, and I wouldn't let you take me there. Boy, I'd be in their ear. You know that judge order that you need to close up shop? Don't
I
know why
actually
you're
read
driving in that direction.
I just read an NBC article yesterday stating that you guys have to cease all operations within 60 days. Can you explain why this is still up?
Like, go to TikTok at Blue-Lusional podcast. It's the first video.
Yeah, we just reported on it, actually.
I literally reported on it from Punta Cana. Reported on it from another country.
That's what you say when they take you coming. Wait. No.
Wait.
No. Look,
No.
this is me.
In Punta Cana 2 days ago. God, I can't even go on vacation. I had to report the news.
Doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop. So yeah, that's why the video's out a day late, because I got back yesterday and was just like, God, I don't know what happened, because I didn't have the best reception the whole time. Okay, I only got texts from Devin. That was about it. So
that was it.
Alligator Alcatraz went down, and I said, "Time to celebrate."
Sick.
We'll get more to it, but
that's
yes,
dope.
I am home, and if you can leave this country and have a little break from the hellhole, I suggest you do. I know not everyone has that time set aside or money set aside to be able to leave the country. I understand it's a very privileged thing. We've been planning this for over a year now, but it was good.
If you can,
can, just for a couple days, just ship on out. It's great.
Do it. Well, this feels like this was 3 weeks ago. But if you all remember, only last week, the European Union leaders showed up with Zelensky to talk about the situation in Ukraine in DC. I know that feels like it was months ago. That was literally it was only last week. And the only reason they had to show up with Zelensky was so that it didn't turn into a complete and utter shit show like it did last night. Like, they literally had to show up to keep the president on a leash.
That's crazy work. They said, crew roll out.
Like, we're not doing that again. We're not doing that again.
They said, Vance, say it to our faces.
They had the UK PM there. They had the German chancellor there. They had, like, the only person missing was Justin Trudeau. Like, that was it. And, like, Claudia Sheinbaum. Those were the only people missing. Otherwise, it would have been, like, the global federation here. But anywho, so yeah, they did all that bullshit. They had the meeting. While they were there, Trump left the meeting to take a call from Vladimir Putin.
He said, wait, I gotta make a call.
He said, wait a minute. First of all, I didn't know you guys were coming. I gotta Dad, they're all here. Who's here? All of Europe.
Because I didn't know they were. He presented the plan to them, and he was like, okay, so here is Putin's plan. Let me know if that works for you. And they just open it, and it says, he wants all of Ukraine. And they all busted out laughing. And he was like, I didn't know that was in there. Let me have that back. That's the wrong thing. Let me call him real quick. Let me just. Yeah. Then he calls him. He's like, they're all fucking here. Get your ass here right now.
They're laughing at me.
I said you wanted all of Ukraine, and they all busted out laughing.
So yeah, that happened. I mean, that's not violating, I don't know, like 5 different acts. I mean, it's treason, period. So after that meeting happened, they had their televised meeting in the Oval. Trump was talking to Zelensky. He asked if they were willing to have an election in Ukraine, and Zelensky said, yeah, sure, totally. Like, I want to have an election, but we're in war, and like there's like bombs going off and shit.
Read the room.
So like, we're not having an election because people would get like fucking bombed outside. So then fucking Trump goes, so you mean to say in 3.5 years I can start a war? and there'd be no election, which, yes, that's a fucking wild thing to hear the president say.
A little funny, haha.
Yeah, so we're going to have to keep our eyes on that guy. Although, I mean, let's be real, he'll probably be in the ground very soon. So that's good. So after the meetings where he came to Alaska and then with the EU coming here, everyone thought, oh well, the United States and Russia are totally aligned. They're like so on the same page. And then Russia blew up a US manufacturing company in
Yeah.
Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
So, as per usual, after Vladimir Putin either meets with or does something like in conjunction with Trump, he embarrasses him. Like it is a proven formula without fail. After he won the election, okay, they post Melania nude on Russian state TV. We already forgot about that. We already forgot about that one. Their fucking the people in their government literally put out a letter basically saying, hey buddy, we helped you out here.
Yeah.
Make sure you fucking pay up when the time comes. I'm paraphrasing. Everybody forgot about that. Not this guy. He fucking pulls up to Alaska. He says, we're going to talk about all this good stuff. We're going to talk about, getting a peace deal, peace treaty, no ceasefire, blows up a U.S. manufacturing company in Ukraine every single time.
He
Like,
said, "You didn't get all of Ukraine? All right. Let me blow this up."
you didn't get it? Watch this.
Fuck it.
Like, dude has to be the worst Russian asset ever. He's probably like, I fucking enlisted you, bro.
Yeah.
You were supposed to give me Ukraine. What the fuck is taking so long?
After fucking Trump dies, Putin's gonna be the one to release the Epstein files. He's gonna be like, "Fuck,
All right, here,
here we
damn.
go."
So yeah, after that there was more madness. The Trump hops on TV. I don't even remember what channel the interview was on, but he goes, Vladimir. This is almost verbatim. Vladimir Putin told me that mail-in voting is fraud, and no other country has mail-in voting. Nobody. That's how the Democrats cheat. And then hops on Live Social, says, I'm going to sign an executive order that's going to take out mail-in voting, that's going to that's going to inspect, I forgot what he said. It's going to inspect the inaccurate voting machines, the ones that he won on
And a landslide.
in November, where he had a landslide and a whole
Landslide.
and he got a mandate. Yeah. Okay. One, they're scared of midterms.
So scared.
Two, the machines were inaccurate, you say. Three, why are people still being weird and saying that November wasn't funky if bro is going after the inaccurate
machines.
voting machines
And the
that
mail-in
we
ballot.
just used in November? Why are we still acting like this is not something that's socially acceptable to talk about?
If the mail-in ballots were a way for just the Democrats to cheat, wouldn't we have won? Because I'm going to tell you something right now. After Joe Biden won, you want to know what he didn't do? Investigate the voting machines.
He didn't say they were inaccurate.
It's just not something you say after you win in a landslide.
Like,
Sounds like
come
you're
on.
not going to win in a landslide.
Crazy.
Like you did the last time. So you need distractions. You
Yeah.
need people not to vote.
Ooh,
And
they
you
hate it
know
when
the
people don't vote.
Democrats vote in mail-in ballots more than
And
Republicans.
people are pissed. You know Republicans are pissed. And when people come out in big numbers, Republicans lose. That's a scientific formula.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want people to vote. That's why voter suppression works. That's why they tried to pass the SAVE Act. That's why they're gerrymandering, because they don't want people to vote. And I will say
Mm-hmm.
again, if your vote doesn't matter, why are they trying so motherfucking hard to take it away?
Yeah. And just
And
like everything, these federal judges are going to shoot it down, just like with the SAVE Act. It's like, no, sir. No,
he had another EO
no.
that was shot down too.
Yeah.
2 times they tried to attack voting already.
And it hasn't been working. So we're hoping this goes the same way.
Yeah. It hasn't even happened yet. It hasn't even been
No,
said.
it's just a thought in his head, but we all know what happens when he has a thought in his head. He just does it.
No.
But another thing that's continuously happening that we want to give some updates on is the National Guard in DC. Last week, we told you guys that they were sent over to DC. Why? To make DC beautiful, aka tell everyone who's homeless to leave.
Well, kidnap them.
Yes, kidnap them and tell them they were going to buy them a home if they come with me. You want candy? Get in my van. You want a home? Get in the van. Yeah. I'd like to know what's going on there. But obviously, people are up in arms because it was announced today that over 2,000 National Guard members who are stationed in DC are being authorized to carry service issued weapons, including pistols, and their use of force is constrained to situations involving imminent threat of death or serious bodily harm. But let's talk about what's actually happening with the National Guard members. They are quite literally standing around, taking selfies, eating ice cream, feeding squirrels. And I watched a TikTok video where these girls went up to them and said, "Why are you guys here?" And the way it was like a robot. They turned around and pulled that business card right out of their pocket. Call my boss.
Please.
Call. Give them a call. Ask them, please. And somebody was like, the way they are just in their eyes, like, I don't want to be here.
Like Morse code blinking help.
It is like, please call the platoon. Go for it. Please.
We don't want to be here.
Yeah, they do not want to be here. Trump wants you to think this is martial law. It's not martial law, but that's what he wants you to think, because he wants you to think that our own armed service members roaming the streets is normal. That this is
Trying to normalize that.
trying to normalize members of the National Guard just patrolling the streets. They don't have actual like power. Like, they're not the ones arresting people or coming up with their own laws. They're pretty much there to assist, and that's not even happening. They're eating ice cream. So what did they do? They sent more of them. Because what happens is that Trump daddy can call up other red states and talk to the governors and say, "Can I have your National Guard service members?" And some of them said yes, including Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee. They were like, "Take them. We don't need them. We're not in hurricane season.
What do we need them
We
for?
might not get smacked by a hurricane and need the National Guard to help. No, we love sucking your dick. Take them all." So that's what they did. Yeah. I'm just saying that if a hurricane smacks Louisiana, Mississippi, goes up to Tennessee, we've seen it happen. I'm telling you that residents are not going to be happy. because then they're going to look on TikTok and see that the National Guard is eating ice cream
Mm-hmm.
in DC.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that just wasn't enough. So they put out a statement saying 1,700 National Guard are being deployed across 19 states. Everybody lost their fucking shit because they thought that meant 1,700 per state. No, that is 1,700 total, meaning about 80 to 90 per state to support immigration enforcement, aka fill out paperwork and help transport people. You think 90 National Guard members are going to give them any manpower to do anything?
This is
This is a
nonsense.
waste of time and resources
This is
when we
nonsense.
have states lining this country that are going to be just fucking smacked by Category 5 hurricanes.
Mm-hmm.
National disasters left and right in this country. And yet they're going to go on a world tour of this country and
I
just help
hear it
out filling
now.
out paperwork.
Where is the National Guard? Oh, they're just walking
They're
around.
just walking around.
They're just at the
Again,
Lincoln Monument.
just
Just eating ice cream.
normalizing them. This is what's happening. They are normalizing their presence in the streets. That's what this is. And am I telling you to fear for your life? No. No, because as we can see, National Guard doesn't even want to be there. They don't want to pull their gun out on you. They don't know why they're there. I have to believe that they took an oath to protect us, not to turn their guns at us. And based on what I've been seeing, that's what it looks like. That they're like, I don't want to be here and do this. But do I think we all need to be paying attention? Yes. And we cannot normalize this behavior. So we need more than ever to pay fucking attention to what's going on around you at all times. Please and thank you. If you are not paying attention or you're like, hey, I'm not political or it's not that
Unacceptable.
bad, it's just 4 years and I got to live my life and I'm just going to live my life. That's not how this works anymore. No. I'm in Florida. It's a fucking hellhole. I can't wait to leave. Can't wait to get the fuck up out of here. But I have to pay attention while I'm here. Want to know why? Because this is one of the states that 90 troops are being deployed to. Will I see them? Because there's 90 of them for an entire state of Florida. I don't know if I'll ever see them. Just one in each.
Probably not.
One in each city. But I'm still going to be, yes, paying attention, keeping my phone on me in case some bullshit happens. Just stay aware and don't normalize it.
Mm-hmm.
But also don't
That part.
spiral. We can find a happy medium.
Yeah, because if we're all panicked in like a perpetual state of fear, we're going to be useless. We're not going to be able to actually do
Yeah.
anything.
Because when
Like,
and if something does happen and we're just like, well, I used
Yeah.
all my energy for when they deployed National Guard to DC and I live in California.
Yeah.
Now I don't have the energy to fight
Yeah.
back.
Just like I'm clocked out already.
Yeah, we are not even a year in, guys.
Don't
I'm
clock
telling
out.
you to reserve your energy through the next year to midterms.
Don't give them the reactions they want. They want you to say we're cooked.
Oh yeah, I'm not
It's
voting.
like
I'm
every
not,
time they do something.
peace out. I'm going to leave the country. I'm out. I'm not voting because they are doing everything they can for primaries to go the way they want it to. And if that is just hammering the energy out of us, that they are doing everything. This whole episode is them distracting us from primaries.
Yeah, and the way like okay that everyone, like so many people thought that commenting on the White House TikTok account was a trap. Okay, then you don't think that they're seeing you guys in comment section saying we're cooked? You don't think they're if that you don't think they're seeing you say, "Well, we're done. Looks like we're not going to have midterms anymore." You don't think they're sitting back going like, "Haha, nice,
Nice. Keep it coming,
got
guys.
them.
It's
They're
working. It's
clocked out.
working.
Hell yeah."
Meanwhile, you have these amazing grassroots candidates that are like, I am so in. I am so in on this. Please. I will save us. Please vote for me. And you guys are like, I don't know. I don't know
Lock
about that. I
in.
don't know if we'll get there. I need you
Lock
to
the
lock the
fuck
fuck in.
in. Lock
Lock the
in. We gotta
fuck
sit the
in.
fuck up straight. Lock in.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit's ass, but lock in.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of lock-ins, um, so when the Democrats had fled to Chicago, they came back. They were able to get a win by breaking quorum. They messed up the whole special session. Hot Wheels was pissed off. The Texas Republicans were all pissed off. They were on Fox News peeing their pants. It was fucking great. It was amazing. And then when they came back, one of the Texas state Dems, Nicole Collier, refused to sign a permission slip, essentially that they gave all to the Democrats because they did something completely legal by breaking quorum. But they said, okay, fine, you need to sign this permission slip to move around your home state now and have law enforcement follow you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're following them around, like to the grocery store and shit. Nicole Collier, a black woman, said, no, I'm not giving you permission to surveil me 24 hours. What the fuck are you? Are you fucking for real?
She said, I'm sorry, what? No.
Are you dumb? No. And they said, okay, fine, we're going to lock you in the chambers until you sign it. And she said, okay, bet. I need somebody to bring me my blanket. I need somebody to bring me my pillow. I need someone to bring me my bonnet. And I need coffee in the morning.
She had her feet kicked up on the desk.
She was like, bet. I'm pettier than you.
Meanwhile,
bet.
all of us are like, they just took her hostage.
Yeah.
In
like,
broad daylight.
Like, this is a hostage situation. And she was like, I'm going to fucking fight for democracy. Fuck that noise. And we're like, well, you look at that. Black women getting it done again. What's new?
What's new?
So they held her hostage. In the middle of that, she had filed a lawsuit. I mean, she's a lawyer, so they're cooked on that end. What's it called? She was doing an interview with Midas Touch, and Gavin Newsom, Booker, and somebody else was on with them. And in the middle of it, one of the people that was keeping an eye on her while she was in the chamber said she had to get off of it and that it was a felony and she's going to be charged with a felony if she stays on the phone. First Amendment violation right there. Okay? Mm-hmm. They're trying to take our
She
speech.
said, say that again.
Quite literally.
Mm-hmm. To get into this recording.
Mm-hmm. So
Kamala Harris reached out to her.
Kamala called her.
Mm-hmm.
That was a morale boost. That was
she said, I'll stay here forever.
Right thing. Yeah. Oh, I'm good.
This is my new home. I don't have to pay rent.
Mm-hmm. So they kept her there for about 72 hours. The map still passed. But here's the thing. They put the biggest spotlight on Texas corruption. The biggest spotlight. Because when it comes to this, I wouldn't even say 50% of the country knows what gerrymandering is. Now they're like, oh, these motherfuckers are just taking away the votes of brown people and making a black person's vote count as 1/3 and a Latino person's vote count as 1/5 of a vote. That's what they're doing in Texas, and it's legal. That's crazy. Oh, they're holding people hostage to do this cheating, that's great. They're assigning people to watch them 24/7 just so they can cheat. That's crazy. So that's what they did. And listen, they did all that. And we interviewed William Marks. He's running for Congress in Texas, District 25. And when we interviewed him, he said, yeah, this makes it winnable.
He literally said, you guys wanted 5 seats and you just might have lost 10.
Yeah. Yeah. So William Marks called it first. I'm going to say that Republicans totally shot themselves in the foot because it's already gerrymandered to hell. But you need a certain percentage of that certain party in each district, I believe it was, to be able to flip it. By gerrymandering it even more, they pushed Democrats into Republican districts.
Yes. They were
and
just
took away
taking them
Republicans.
off the outskirts and then pushing them around. And so to his point, now they're winnable because now there might be more Democrats, but also it might be more winnable because every Republican that you put in there to make it red now has to show up and vote for them. Like they are living on a prayer that this works the way they want it to work. When in retrospect, they just made a lot of other seats more winnable, including his.
Yeah, political experts
because they
are
put Democrats there.
They're projecting Dems could pick up.
Not to mention
10
what
seats
Devin said about gerrymandering is a lot of people didn't realize what it was. So a lot of people in Texas that might not have been voters every primary, which we talk about all the time, the fact that typically the people that are not voting in the primaries are Democrats, are probably like, oh, I'm so fucking voting.
And Republicans
showing up to vote so hard.
Republicans were showing up to these town halls too, and they weren't happy about the gerrymandering. They were like, no, we said it. Nobody wants this.
Nobody does. We don't
And now
want
that
it.
people hear about it, they're like, we don't, why would you do that? You were doing this?
Mm-hmm. They're like, now I got to learn a whole new ballot. I don't know who's running.
I don't know what district I'm in.
This is some bullshit.
Like, this is crazy. Why do I live in a different district now?
For what? For you to have more seats? Why do you want more seats?
Why do I have to go to a whole new polling location now? Why did you just make this harder for me? What the fuck? Yeah, I thought you guys won in a what's going on here?
And they're over here.
Did you guys win?
Did you?
Did you guys win? Because you're acting really weird.
Just fucking. It's always like the who smelt it dealt it.
Why were the Democrats babbling about you guys not winning?
Is you guys
something
did
going?
Is something going on here? You need to take accountability for that. I'm just saying, as usually everybody says, whoever smelt it dealt it. And I'm just saying, you guys are doing a lot of bullshit a year out from primaries for winning a landslide. I'm just saying. Stinkies.
And then the cherry on top of all of this is that Gavin Newsom got his bill to pass for him, the gerrymander California special election for California on November 5th or 4th. And
they're gonna vote for it. Isn't that crazy? I love fighting fire with fire.
Oh, it's my favorite.
It's my favorite pastime.
Finally, the men are doing something. Finally.
Because we need to stand up. We need to stand up and say, we're done with this bullshit. We're not going to stand by and allow this to happen, because you give them an inch, they take a mile, which is exactly what's happening with the Epstein files, because we're not done, guys. Okay. They tried to bring Putin here. Then they brought Zelensky here. And they did a whole lot of distracting from what we all want to know, which is, where the fuck are the Epstein files? Because you were supposed to turn that in like a whole week ago. So it came out that the House Oversight Committee is fucking pissed off because they did get handed what they thought were most of the files, but the DOJ handed over 34,000 pages of the Epstein files, and 3% of them are new. The rest is all the stuff we've already seen that's open to the public. The flight logs, the court filings, the video from the night Epstein died that's on the internet with that same 2 minutes missing. Yeah. Rokana was like, you guys are stonewalling us. I don't want to see the flight logs for the 50th fucking time.
Give me the names now.
And yeah, the only new stuff they got was actually new pages of the flight logs from just showing the plane's activity, just where it went. Sick. For 14 years.
This will hold them up for a little bit.
So now the oversight committee's fucking pissed off. And now the DOJ is like, no, this was just the first batch. You're gonna get the rest eventually. This is just a little appetizer. Just appetizer. The main course will be here soon, guys. But while you're waiting, here's the Maxwell transcript where she says that Trump is a true gentleman in all respects and that my man did nothing wrong. Okay? Because I'm blind in both my eyes. I didn't see shit. Because I was too busy partaking. But the cabinet members, they're all involved. But those cabinet members, they were there.
But all those other guys?
Who? We don't know. But they released the video, and I think they forgot to cut that part out. Because they said, here's the transcript. This is it. You guys did the cut, right? You guys cut that part out, right? No? Fucking interns.
They really said, if we get her to say there's no list, we're out of here. We got this.
Just give him the whole transcript. You did the cut, right?
All his new friends were there.
Oh, those cabinet members? Yeah, that's crazy. They were there.
Now we're like, what?
And why did everyone skip over that?
Like, okay, tell us who they...
Who? All of them? Some of them? RFK Jr.?
Marco Rubio?
Petey? Pam? I don't know, but I don't think we should let that one slide. I'm just saying. I think we need more information on that one. But what's crazy is that this is still going on. Like, this man might die before we get the full Epstein files. I think that's what they're waiting on. I think they're like, will you just fucking die already? Because they keep asking.
Stop giving him IVs.
Stop giving him the IVs in his arms. Just let the veins combust.
Let natural selection do its thing.
And we're still going to want the files.
Like, okay, now that that's done.
That's your Epstein update. We have some flight logs.
we have
plane activity.
We have nothing. So, and here's a quick one that is full Nazi. Okay. So the Trump regime, they're telling attorneys to review all museums because they talk about how bad slavery was. And if it wasn't so bad, why don't they just do it? Also, this is Nazi, dictator, authoritarian, page 1. Attack the arts, attack the museums, revise history. All that other shit.
Gaslighting history.
That's it. It didn't happen.
It wasn't that bad. Really?
It wasn't that bad.
Really? It wasn't?
Stop talking about Please stop.
Okay. That's wild.
So keep an eye out for that. Okay?
Keep an eye on those history books.
Keep an eye on those books.
Somebody
Keep
start
an eye
scanning
on
them.
keep an eye
Just
on what
scan the
your
pages in.
kids are being
Take
taught at school.
take their books and just start scanning in the pages and see if they change over time.
Because they're doing some shit. They're doing shit down south.
And if you're a
Doing shit in
parent,
Texas.
if you haven't already, please start educating yourself so that you can teach your children about actual history the correct
Because they're not going
way.
to be taught.
Because they're not going to be taught it.
Yeah.
Ice update.
Ugh.
I thought this was going to be a great ice update. If you had asked me 2 days ago, I would have come on here jumping and screaming that Kilmar was finally released and reunited with his family at
Yesterday.
home. The videos were amazing. And boy, did they say, get fucked. Because he went to his routine check-in, ICE check-in in Baltimore, and was detained again. Now, he knew it was happening. His attorneys knew it was happening. The Trump administration is trying to deport him to Uganda, where he has absolutely no ties. That is not where he's from. No connection there. Because he wouldn't take a plea to plead guilty to the charges and be deported to Costa Rica. He said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to take that plea deal. So they said, fine, then we will detain you in Baltimore and send you to Uganda. How about that? Minutes after they took him away, his attorneys filed a lawsuit. Judge Polizinis, who's been the one presiding over the case, stepped in and said, you're not fucking sending him to Uganda. Pump those fucking brakes. Absolutely not. Due process rights being violated right now. So, no. And she said that under her order, that ICE is forbidden from deporting him any fucking where. Nope. But they said that they can circumvent the court order because it said that he couldn't be deported to El Salvador again. So they think that if they deport him to Uganda, found a loophole. She said, get fucked. She literally said, get fucked. But Kilmar obviously knew it was happening. And so when he arrived, he did speak at a rally. There was people there, his family, immigration activists were there, community leaders. And he said, I want to direct quote him so that everybody can light that fire under their ass to continue to put on the public pressure. He said, promise me that you will continue to pray, continue to fight, and resist and love, not just for me, but for everybody.
He didn't give up yet.
He hasn't given up, and he doesn't want us to give up. We are not going to give up, and we're telling you that you should not give up. His lawyers say that he's going to be a martyr for standing up against unlawful deportation practices because he is the case we've been following since we started this podcast. Think about that. We started this podcast. And I think our first ICE update was because we started the ICE updates because of Kilmar.
March.
We didn't know he was alive for like a month. So, I mean, months ago, they told us he would never return. Then he did. And then it was like, well, now we got to charge him with things. They tried to charge him. Then I was like, well, why are you keeping him in a detention center? He's not, where's he going to go? He's not a flight risk. So then they let him go. He doesn't even get to be out for less than 3 days. Crazy. It's crazy. And
Poor Jeremy.
Senator Chris Van Hollen made a public statement that says if his rights are denied, the rights of everyone else are at risk. This is not the time to be silent. So I am pleading with you guys to not give up on Kilmar. This is a case that we're gonna, they want us to just shut the fuck up about. They want him gone. They literally tried to make him take a plea deal that would make him say that he's guilty of crimes he didn't commit and still get deported to the country he is not from.
This is the history right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be the focal point of immigration moving
Absolutely.
forward in this country. So
this is
how are we going to write it?
This is what's going to lead us to civil unrest. There already is. But if there is any bet in this future of this administration that we go to war, it's going to be because of this. I'm not saying Kilmar's case. I'm saying the unlawful kidnapping and disappearing of civilians in this country.
Yep.
So if I'm telling you that now is the time to be so fucking loud about this, now is the time. Because this is the thing. I'm not going to fearmonger you and say we're going to war. I'm just saying this. I think this is what would lead us there.
Pick up the phone, people.
Pick up your phone. Go to protests. If you feel safe enough to, start getting involved in your local immigration activist groups, figuring out ways you can help. If you can donate to families that are in these situations like Kilmar, just anything you can do. Make videos, spread the word, and boost up the people who are talking about it. We have are very powerful, and we were able to get him home, and so we cannot let him be disappeared again. That is insane work.
That part.
And let's talk about Alligator Alcatraz. We talked about it a little bit in the beginning of the video because I joked that I couldn't be sent there when I came home. Yes, they were told to cease all operations in the next 60 days. So one of the angles that was taken in trying to get Alligator Auschwitz Alcatraz closed was the environmental factor. And everyone was like, that's crazy that it's the environmental factor that's going to do this. But take whatever angle you can. And this was the angle that did it. A federal judge ruled that Alligator Alcatraz it was thrown together in 8 days and had no regard for environmental impacts, didn't have any environmental reviews, and the Big Cypress National Preserve, home to endangered panthers, wood storks, ancestral tribal lands, they just didn't take any of that into consideration. So they didn't just pause construction. She said, take this shit down. No, you can't bring in any new people that you're kidnapping. You can't expand. You can't, no, take it down. Bring the cranes in and take it down. And so everyone was like, they're not going to listen. The problem is they are going to listen on this one because DeSatan came out and said, yeah, I knew this was happening. So I'm scouting out another one. Yes, guys, he is scouting out Alligator Alcatraz round 2. In North Florida, there's a backup, his backup camp is what they're calling it. And also they're calling it Deportation Depot. Like Home Depot. It's about 40 miles from Jacksonville, Florida, and that's what they're looking at as their backup plan. They wouldn't be looking at a backup plan if they weren't going to comply. They're going to take it down. It's done. It's happening. It's just whether or not something else is going to just pop up. And they said Deportation Depot could be up in 2 to 3 weeks. Because it's already a detention center.
Don't let the government tell you that there's not money for something.
So there's 2 sides to this. Obviously, this proves that public pressure works. Again, wow, it works. Environmental groups, immigration activists, tribal leaders, human rights advocates. They all came together and just went, even lawyers, people that, you know, just really gave their all to get this place shut down. And they deserve all the props because it's not an easy thing to do with this administration is to get them to fold. And they did. So we have to always take the wins where we can. But with this administration, the second we celebrate, we need to find the angle and go after the next one. And that's what this is. So once we've done our celebrating and now our forces need to come back together and make sure that deportation depot never happens.
That part.
Never happens because what do? They spoiled their backup plan by speaking about it. Now we all know about it and now we can all stop it. So make sure you're calling up your representatives and Rick Scott, give him a call. DeSantis, give him a call.
We got a head start.
We got a head start on this one.
I think Trump is trying to get a head start on something on this one that stuck out to me. It's a big old what the fuck.
Is that a new segment?
I get because I audibly said what the fuck when I read this, that Trump is threatening harsh measures against Colorado if they don't release Tina Peters. If you don't remember Tina Peters, she was arrested in 2021 for election fraud. Mm-hmm. What did she do? She was a county clerk in Colorado. She gave her ID to somebody who worked for Mike Lindell. Who was Mike Lindell? The My Pillow guy. The one that was talking about the conspiracy theories with the voting machines for Dominion. She gave her ID so he could go into their county office to get a copy of the data of the voting machines. They're Republicans. They got it. I don't know if anyone remembers that because I remember that and I was like, what the fuck?
And he said wants release her or else.
He said release her. Why?
Why?
You need that flash drive?
In the same breath, he also wants the voting machines investigated.
Do you need that flash drive?
Sounds like you want to have coffee with her.
So, yeah.
Sounds like she's got some information for you.
That's just something to think about. That's all. That's all. Makes you think. Things that make you go,
Yep. Well, to round out, we've got yes, that really did happen. We're coming in strong. The thing that we all knew was probably going to happen fucking happened. And that is the official White House joined TikTok. And boy, are the comments funny. Guys, you really showed out in these comments. The way we are so petty, because I didn't see one good comment. I don't even think Mac is trying to comment. I tell me if you've seen one comment being like, I love you.
I just see Gavin Newsom.
It's just Gavin Newsom. It's KK Caroline with the Cheeto dust. It's Aaron Parnes once again asking for the files. It's me going in there with Bernie Sanders. I am once again asking where the Epstein files are. It's just, they were getting so cooked in there. I thought they'd like turn off their comments. They were just letting it ride and they were just continuing to put out videos. They put out one about Jet 2 holiday. I said, you are 2 months behind. 2 months behind.
We're getting ratioed.
Yeah. And to anyone being, to Devin's point, don't be afraid to comment. You're already on a list.
They know who we are.
They're not going to show up at your front doorstep.
They know who we are.
Somebody made a video that was like, I never told you guys to go comment.
AJ
the FBI is at your front door. So funny. But yeah, go roast the official White House or block them, whichever your heart desires.
Yeah.
Or try to go find my comment. It's very funny. And then next, Trump says that him and Netanyahu are war heroes on Mark Levin's show for bombing Iran's nuclear sites in June. Because apparently
He doesn't have dementia, though.
dropping bombs, heroism. And he also said Netanyahu's a good man, too, because they worked together to do it. Teamwork. Just dudes doing dude stuff. Dropping bombs.
Guys being dudes.
That's my guy. I didn't scream at him while he was doing it to stop. That's not what dudes do. All right, I dropped my bomb with him. And now we're war heroes. And where is my Nobel Peace Prize? Sir, time to go to bed forever. He didn't stop there. This was a whole, let me just love on all the war criminals. Then he went to the FIFA World Cup. And he's just showing off his picture of Putin. You know, the man who's been banned from FIFA events since 2022 because of him
He's a war criminal.
Being a war criminal. And said he wishes he was here. Let him back in. Just let him come by. He's my buddy.
He might come. Have you seen him? May not.
Here's a picture of him. Let me just my picture. I always have it. It's my screensaver. Love you, Putin. Please stop bombing my stuff.
Love you, bud.
Love you, buddy. I'm gonna get you back into the FIFA events. Don't you worry. He's my +1.
We're gonna roll out the red carpet again.
Don't you worry. I got you. Nobody seemed to appreciate that. But today, the president of South Korea came to visit Trump. And might I say, if you haven't seen the videos, he looks terrible. He is fully covering the hand. He's like, don't fucking look at my hand.
No makeup.
But the president of South Korea told Trump that he can't wait for Trump Tower to be built in North Korea. And in response, Trump said, I can't wait to visit my pal, Kim Jong-un, again.
And then didn't South Korea's president say it first, though, where he was like, I can't wait to watch you golf with Kim Jong-un.
And he was like, I can't wait to see my friend again. Yeah. It was like that dementia, like where you kind of remember where you are. And they're like, oh, I can't wait to visit your childhood home. And they're like, yeah, I can't wait to see my mom. And it's like, your mom's dead.
The translator was fighting for their life, though, because he didn't translate it exactly to, I can't wait to watch you play golf with Kim Jong-un. I know you and
Trump
Kim
Tower.
Jong-un. Yeah, you guys have a great relationship.
He was like, I can't wait to see him. Can't wait to see my buddy.
And South Korea president was just like, huh?
You gonna unite us? You wanna?
I'm making fun of you, idiot.
It was very funny. It just was. And yeah, he looks terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, real bad. So, yeah. That was all a week. That was a week's worth of things. So, thank you for watching episode 21, our turning legal age. Like we always say, please follow us on all of our socials. We don't know what the fuck is going to happen with TikTok when those community guidelines pop up. Sounds like they're literally going to try to silence people.
Oh, we're so cooked on there.
Yeah, we're probably cooked.
The White House is on there now. We're cooked.
Yeah. So subscribe to the YouTube, Substack, Instagram, Blue Sky, Skylight, in that order. Also, we are Ground News affiliates. So check the link in our bio for a 40% coupon code for Ground News. The code is Devin37.
Because he's the favorite.
I didn't even think to put
Devin was like, this works.
Yeah. Devin. I'm going to ask them to change it. I'm going to ask to see if I can change it.
It's fine.
But yeah, so if you don't know about Ground
37
News,
stands for Casey.
Yeah, Devin 37 is Morse code for Casey.
It's fine. He's the favorite. We know this. I get it.
Not with everybody.
Not with everyone, but with most. I have one fan.
You got a couple. You got a couple.
I have one solid fan.
Like,
it's okay.
Yeah, like
I'm not losing sleep over
I know
it.
some of them. I know the dudes.
The dudes.
I'm like, oh, this dude. I see you.
Yeah. It's very funny. But ground news is great. It's no, I'm just thinking about what you said. But ground news is great. We understand that a lot of you canceled a lot of your subscriptions to news sites after or even before the election because they wouldn't make their stance known. So ground news.
Yeah.
Go there.
It's a source for literally all of the news articles,
yes.
And they're monitored by third-party news monitors. And they filter it out by the bias. Like, okay, this article is more left-leaning. This article is more right-leaning. So that way you'll be able to know. It's not a fact-checking site, but it essentially is a built-in fact checker because clearly shit that's coming from the right is all propaganda.
Yeah, so that you can go through and be like, oh, I'm not going to look at this article. It says it's right-leaning. I'm not going to read it. And I know a lot of people are confused nowadays as to which articles are left-leaning, and there's fewer and fewer to come by, unfortunately. So this is one way to do it, and we have the code.
Yeah, they tell you if it's a news conglomerate, if it's media, if it's the government, if it's independent.
Yes, just pretty much where they fall on the political spectrum to make life easier for you when you do want to digest the news and get the correct news. So find us there.
Devin 37. Gonna try to get that changed.
Devin 37, everyone.
And that's it. That's the end of the episode. Devin 37.
We'll be here on Thursday with another candidate interview. Every Thursday, just round the clock. So ready. We'll see you on Thursday, and then we'll see you back on Monday. I'm just doing a tour. I'm traveling everywhere. So tour. Next podcast will be on Monday again. Sorry. But then we'll be back to our normal scheduled programming for 1 week. And then again, I'm going to be gone again. Mm-hmm. Popular, what can I say?
And I'm the favorite.
Yeah, Devin's the favorite. But
no, you're a favorite. You get to leave the house.
Yeah, I do be leaving the house. But thank you guys for watching, and we will see you on Thursday. Bye.
Peace.